You did everything perfectly. You are listening properly. You did a lot of practice for the PTE listening every day, but you didn't focus on the spellings. Is that a danger to your PTE scores? Especially listening scores? Yes, yes, and absolutely yes. You may be unknowingly harming your PT scores by making spelling mistakes. To tackle this problem for you, I have extracted 40 spellings that were just asked in the PT listening fill in the blanks in this and the last month, and I am sharing that in this video. You just need to make sure that you learn all the spellings, all of the words that are given that often get repeated in the listening fill in the blanks questions. Hit subscribe and sit tight and watch the video till the end. Your spelling problems for the listening section can be solved easily. Hello everyone, I am Anurag from Edutrainex PTE and I hope everyone is doing great. I have personally seen many people who put a lot of effort in their overall PT preparation but make silly spelling mistakes in the listening fill in the blanks questions, thereby losing important points and dropping their writing and their listening scores dramatically. So in this video, I am going to cover 40 most repeated words in the PT listening fill in the blanks for the month June 2024, and in the end, I will also share a link that you can download all the words and the materials of the video. Stay tuned. For 79 plus score, you should be aiming to get 35 out of 40, and if you are aiming for a 65 plus score, you should still be getting 29 plus correct out of 40. In our live classes and practice sessions, we do a lot of spellings every month. So let's begin with the first 10. Before we begin with the set of words, I just want to tell you that this strategy definitely works because all the words that are appearing in this particular video are also appearing in the exam now and in the last month. And soon enough, Edutrainex is also launching this feature on their website where you can register for free and practice the latest questions. Within 1 month, we will be adding this feature to our website. So let's begin now with the first set of 10 spellings. Be ready with your pen and paper or you can start commenting on this video. The first one is hierarchy. Hierarchy. The second one is magnetism. Magnetism. Third word, biological. It's pronounced as biological. Fourth word, fundamental. Fundamental. The next is commitment. Commitment. Number 6 is electronically. Electronically. The next one is technologies. Technologies. This should be a simple one for you. Habitable. Habitable. Perception. Perception. What we perceive. What we understand. And the last one in this set is psychological. Psychological. Okay, I hope you got most of them right. Now is the time to look at those set of words. So these are the ones which we discussed just now. Hierarchy is spelled like this. Hierarchy. Key. Anarchy, monarchy, everything ends with key. Magnetism should be a simple one for you. Biological, it's pronounced as biological, but it's written as biological. Next one again is a common word, fundamental. The very next one, which is commitment, has a double M in this. So make a note if you just wrote a single M there. Electronically, which is the next one, again has a double L here. Electronically. So most of the words that end with ally sound has double L in it. Technologies. Again, this is a very common word that we use day-to-day basis, technologies. Habitable, habitable, some place where you can live. Habitable, not related to habits. Habitable. The next one is perception. What you perceive, what you understand. That is perception. Perception. Again, ending with shan, you already know how it is spelled. The next one is psychological, starting with psychological. You already know if you are using this kind of words. Okay, now let's move on to the next set of words, and mind it, these questions or these words have definitely come in the exam recently. You can check the prediction file. Now, this is made easier for you because you can just watch a video and learn all the words that are coming right now in the exam. Moving on to the next set of words, be ready with your pen and paper again. The first one is a very simple one, reference. The second one is professional. Professional. The third one may be a little bit trickier for you. It's ingredients. Ingredients, what we use to make something like food. Ingredients. The next one is very common. Again, we face this issue. Pandemic. The next one is a sports. Billiards. Like snooker, what you play. Billiards. The next one is fertile. Agricultural land is fertile. The next one is again a very common word, carelessness. But you need to be careful how many S's are appearing where. Carelessness. The next one is biosecurity. Biosecurity. This one should be simple enough for you to crack. Biosecurity. Always try to break the words if you don't know the spelling. Next one is concert. Concert. Opera. Concert. And the last one in this patch is collide. Collide. Now it's time to check the answers again. Let's see how much you got this time. Please do comment. So the first one was reference. It's a simple word. Normally we use it day-to-day basis. Professional has a double S if you made a mistake in this one. Ingredients is spelled like this. G-R-E-D-I-E-N-T-S. Ingredients. Pandemic, the COVID pandemic that we faced. And I have put this in blue color to show you that this appeared in this month's questions as well and the last month questions as well. So it's repeated in 2 months in different questions. So just note down this word extra carefully. You need to get them right. Next one is billiards. Again, a double L. It's a snooker, you know, the game that you play. I hope everyone got it right. Carelessness can be a little tricky if you don't know how many S's. One double S here, one double S here as well. The next one is simple enough. Biosecurity. You can break it into 2 syllables and guess the spelling. Concert. No S with a C. Concert. And the last one, collide, has a double L in it. Collide. Okay, hope most of you are getting it right now. Time to move to the third batch of questions. Spelling 21 to 30. Be ready. The first one is remarkable. Remarkable meanings great. The second one is a form of encourage, but it is encouragingly. Encouragingly. It's a long word. The third one is oversight. Oversight. Maintaining an oversight on something. Monitor something. The next one is very easy. Environment. Environment. Again, this is an exam question, so I'm not adding these words from my own mind. Whatever has come, I'm putting them here, the most repeated ones. The next one is discovered, like Discovery Channel, discovered, find something. Decades is the next one. Decades, a period of 10 years is decades. Next comes accommodation. Accommodation. This word also appeared last to last month. And again, it has appeared this month. Accommodation. Very important word. Okay, time for the next one is molecules. Molecules like atom and molecules. And wait a little bit longer. Towards the end, we will be doing 2 real exam questions that have appeared in this month. Listening fill in the blanks. Okay, I hope you noted the molecules. Next one is travelers. Travelers, people who travel, travelers. And the last one in this batch is connections. Connections. Okay, now time to look at the answers and see how many of them you got it right. So first one is remarkable. Simple enough to break. Remark, you already know the spelling. Able, you already know the spelling. Just combine these two. Remarkable. Encouragingly, if you know the spelling of encourage, you can guess till here. And INGLY, it's a simple word combination that we used in different words. Walking, running, and slowly, loudly ends with ly. Just use that knowledge to guess the word even if you don't know the spelling. The next one is oversight, not SITE or CITE, but it's SIGHT, related to vision, oversight, monitoring. That's what it means. Environment is very easy. Discovered is again very easy. Most of you must have got it right. Decades is also a very common word. Decades is a period of 10 years. Accommodation is the tricky one. It has a double M here, not a single M. Accommodation, again a double C here. Accommodation. Shun, of course, we know in the end will end with TION, but the first part and the middle part is the tricky one. If you haven't noted it down, please note it. Very important. Has repeated multiple times in the exam. The next one is molecules. This is how it is spelled. Molecules. Molecules. And travelers. How many of you put double L here? It's only a single L. Travelers. And the next one is connections. Double N. Again, connections. Connect, connections. Again, similar pattern. Shunts. Connections should have been easier to guess. Moving on to the last batch of spellings. Spellings 31 to 40. Again, get ready. Number 1 is specifically. Specifically. Second one is a variation of this. Specifics. Specifics. Give me the specifics of something. The third one is my favorite because I always ask you to subscribe. So it is subscribes. Subscribes. The fourth one is really easy. Organic. Organic. I'm sure most of you will get this one right. The next one is a little bit tricky. Simultaneously. Simultaneously. Meaning happening at the same time. Simultaneously. Try to break it into syllable and come up with the spelling even if you don't know. Simultaneously. The next one is the one when you go to a hotel. You face a receptionist. Receptionist. And the next one should be an easier one for you. Reliable. Reliable. The very next one is also very common. Bacteria. Bacteria. Germs. Bacteria. Write it down. Bacteria. The second last one is simulations. Like computer simulations. Simulate something. Simulations. And the last one is responsive. Responsive. So if you are typing in the comments, that means you are responding to my video. Responsive. Okay. Now let's have a look before we actually look at the exam questions. Let's see how many of you got everything right. Specifically has a double L. Specifically. Whereas specifics should have been easier to guess if you guessed specifically correctly. Specifics. Then you have subscribes, a very common word used in YouTube. Organic is easy. Simultaneously, I told you the meaning, happening at the same time, but if you break it, simultaneously. It's a tricky one. Note it down if you already don't know it. Receptionist. Receptionist. Reliable should be an easy. Reliable. That's how you pronounce it. Reliable. Bacteria, another easy one. I think the last one is the easiest one, isn't it? And the second last one is simulations. If you get simulate, you just put an E after T. Simulate. And the very last one is responsive. Same thing, you find the pattern in responsible. Same pattern you have to use here. Responsive. Not a C, but SIVE. Okay, now calculate how many questions you got correctly. I already gave you the criteria, what kind of score you are looking and how much your accuracy should be. Now let's try to do some exam questions that have appeared in this month, and let's see how many spellings you can get it right. Should be easier now that you know all the spellings. Okay, so now I'm going to play the audio. You have to listen and write down all the 4 answers, and then we'll check the spellings.
Green chemistry is a concept designed to develop technologies which allow chemistry to be practiced with minimal damage to the environment or in an environmentally compatible way. And it's meant to cover both chemical processes and chemical products. The center, if you would, set up about 7 or 8 years ago, and the idea was to provide a hub of activities that covered fundamental research work, industrial carelessness, but also educational developments. So we work with schools and on public projects as well, and also networking. So we network out to well over 1,000 people around the globe.
Okay, you heard the audio. Now it's time to show you the answers. See, these are the answers. These are the words that we did just now: technologies, environment, fundamental, and carelessness. This is a real exam question. You can check it anywhere. And these are the spellings that you should be aware of. If you are going into the exam this month or next month, make sure you are thorough with these spellings. Let's do another question. Okay, I'm going to play the audio now. Get ready with your pen and paper.
The research will be published in the journal Psychological Science. Researchers interviewed 40 college undergraduates. During each interaction, the experimenter was either chummy with the student or very stiff and professional. Participants completed a questionnaire designed to find out how hot or cold they felt. The results showed that the subjects actually felt colder when the investigator acted inappropriately. The researchers conjecture that because the brain tries to interpret social cues and purely physical ones simultaneously, people unconsciously associate icy stares and chilly interactions with actual physical coldness. So the next time you have to visit your doctor with the creepy receptionist, bring a sweater.
Alright, so you can expect this kind of audio in the exam. Some parts of the audio may be a little bit faster, so you still need to listen carefully and note down the words. Time to show you the answers. Okay, we did these words. The first one was psychological, then professional, simultaneously, and receptionist. Now, if you knew the words or if you knew the spelling of all the words that we discussed today, then you would have got a full marks in this particular question and the previous question that are part of the listening fill in the blanks. So listening fill in the blanks is a really important part of your listening as well as writing if you really want to achieve a top score. Make sure you learn all these words before you go into the exam. All the best. Brilliant. I hope most of you got a good score. And even if you didn't, just make sure you learn the spellings properly and you will do good in the PTE listening fill in the blanks questions, where spelling is a key criteria. If you are still unable to improve, please join the course with us and we will make sure you reach your targets in the PTE exam with a cracking score. And if you have not watched the video on 7 PTE exam tips and approach, please do it now. A wonderful video with the latest facts about the PTE exam. Hit subscribe and keep watching Edutrainex and I will soon be back with another great video on the PT exam topic. See you soon.